Save $5 on fresh Atlantic salmon fillets, $13.99 per pound. A 5-pound bag of Canadian red potatoes, only $3.49. A quick meal in minutes, RONZONI spaghetti, $1.49 for a 16-ounce box. General Mills Honey Nut Cheerios, $3.99 for a 12.25-ounce box. Select varieties of Wholesome Pantry almond milk, $3.95 for a 64-ounce carton. All stores open Monday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m., Sunday 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. for your shopping convenience.
You can count on us.
Season's greetings from the Bermuda Public Service Union. The Executive, General Counsel, and Secretariat wish you a happy holiday and peaceful and prosperous New Year.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas.
Live from Bermuda Broadcasting, this is ZBM TV9 News.
Good evening, everyone. It's Wednesday, January 3rd, 2018. I'm Diane Brewer, and thank you for joining us tonight. Transport Minister Walter Robban has apologized to parents after his ministry announced they will no longer be able to dedicate public buses to schools due to a diminished fleet. Here's what the minister told Tarai Trott today.
Let me first apologize to parents and the schools and members of the public for the inconvenience that this shortage is providing right now. It is not our choice to be in this situation, but here we are. So we're doing our best to address that. Unfortunately, due to the lack of reinvestment over the years in the fleet, this has created a situation where our fleet has gotten older over time and there is a serious need of replacement. The overtaxing of the existing fleet has created some mechanical issues, which doesn't afford us the ability to have the number of buses we are required to run on a daily basis, which is why you see the cancellations that you often see published, which is why, unfortunately, we have a situation with not being able to guarantee the availability of school buses for our public schools.
And I understand minibuses that we're using as a supplementary basis for children, that's of no help.
Well, it's not that it wasn't of help, and we thank the minibus operators for making themselves available to us, but the funding is no longer there to support that program. I was provided with funding after July to support that program, which had also been used in May of earlier in the year, but that funding is no longer available.
One bus is already on its way to the island with more planned over the next few months.
Well, Santa has not been so generous to me to get me any buses before Christmas. So I'll talk to Santa about that later. But in the meantime, we have a bus, as we speak, on a boat coming to Bermuda that will be a part of our replacement. We then will follow with additional buses around one a month or so, because once it's additional, that was the first bus which was finalized. So we had hoped it would be here in December, but it'll be here this month. And so we will receive that in January, and we expect to receive at least one a month following that. So by March or April, we will have a number of that of 4 buses that we had ordered here in Bermuda.
Money is a sticking point, I take it.
Yes, not enough money to do everything. If I could ask the Premier for $50 million, I could do a considerable job with replacing a lot of my fleet as I need. Just for the public information, the average age of the fleet right now is around 11 years. The international best practice is having a fleet with an average year of 7. The only way I can do that is by acquiring additional new buses, is to bring that age down. And as many people know, with whether you have a car or any machine like a washing machine or a stove, you can keep on repairing it, but after a while its ability to work efficiently depletes over time, and you're putting more money in than you need, and ultimately replacement is what is required.
Each bus costs government more than $300,000, and they must be customized for use in Bermuda. Government has set up a dedicated list of bus cancellations, updated daily, found on the government portal at gov.bm. In other news, one of Bermuda's best young dancers has appealed for financial help as he prepares to graduate from the prestigious Tisch School at New York University. Marcus Smith is holding 2 showcases of his talent this Thursday and Friday at St. Paul Centennial Hall in Hamilton to raise funds. But, as he told our reporter Hal Davis, it's also a chance to thank the people of Bermuda for their support.
You had to go.
He's one of Bermuda's most dazzlingly accomplished young performers. But Marcus Smith is not just a dancer, he's also an actor and even occasionally a fire eater.
Camera's rolling.
He's studying at the Tisch School at New York University, graduating this May. It's an excellent school, but one that comes at a cost, $79,000 a year. So Marcus is hoping to raise some much-needed money this Thursday and Friday.
I'm fundraising because it's my final semester and it's $40,000, so we have a big weight under our belt, but it's the final push. So after this, I'll kind of be working in the world and hopefully raising my own money, and hopefully I can land a job of some sort. But yeah, I'm just trying to get everyone in the building to show them what I'm doing and hopefully get everyone to, smile, laugh, and have a good time.
Marcus's fans on the island will be able to see him practice his limbo skills for a while. After graduation in May, he'll be staying in New York to find work. So this week's shows are also a way of saying thank you to Bermudians for their support.
The two showcases are basically to allow everyone to come into my world, show them what I've been working on, what I'm working towards, and hopefully what I'll be working on in the future for the profession. I graduate in May, and this is kind of a big step for me, and I'll be spending a year in New York working and trying to move forward. So I just want to show everyone what I'll be up to.
So this week may be a last chance for Bermudians to see Marcus in action for a while. An opportunity perhaps to catch a star before he hits the stratosphere.
And that was Hal Davis reporting. And just a reminder, Marcus Smith will be appearing at the St. Paul Centennial Hall in Hamilton this Thursday and Friday. Doors open at 7 p.m. Stay with us. More news in tonight's AccuWeather forecast after the break.
Hey, Smokey, let's get lunch from the Marketplace Food Court.
You know what? That sounds good.
They have oxtails, pumpkin, curried lamb, lemon chicken, sweet and sour ribs, vegetable stir fry, and the variety goes on.
Their chefs are good. They'll set you right up with all the good carbons.
And don't forget the special dishes from the island.
It don't matter. No matter what you feel like eating, Marketplace will have it.
You know, it's quick, it's quality, and at prices you can count on.
Visit us 7 days a week. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Made for you daily at the Hamilton Marketplace Food Court.
Hypocrites mingling with the good people we meet. Good friends we had, good friends we lost, along the way. In this great future you can't forget your past, so dry your tears, I say, no woman, no cry. No woman, no cry.
Welcome back. Well, 7 illegal dogs in Bermuda were flown overseas via cargo jet to new homes in the United States on Tuesday night. This initiative was led by the Ministry of Home Affairs and a non-profit rescue organization in Massachusetts called Angels Helping Animals, who came together to find an alternative to euthanizing the dogs. Leslie Hurd of Angels Helping Animals said that some of the dogs from Bermuda have already been relocated.
I have been doing business in Bermuda for many years, and I also have a volunteer animal rescue program on Martha's Vineyard, and we've rescued 400 dogs from the Caribbean and within the United States in the past that are in kill shelters or abused or neglected. And I had no idea there was a problem in Bermuda until just recently when I spoke with Walton, and probably about 2 months ago, when I learned of the 7 dogs, at that time there were less, at the being held there, I went and visited them and involved some professional trainers to assess them. And we have worked very hard with the Bermuda government and the different groups on the island and volunteers to put together a plan to bring them to the U.S. to find them new homes, as well as reunite 2 of them with relatives of the family who owned them. And 2 of them were owned by a family, and the little girl was thrilled that now they're saved. So it's a very happy ending, and we're thrilled that we could do it, but it was a lot of work. And we're all volunteers, so everybody volunteered their time and efforts to pull this all together.
Yeah. Now, Leslie, although flying the dogs off the island is the most efficient way of exporting them quickly and safely, the cost can be a bit expensive.
It can, and you know, we have a rescue program also that I founded in St. Thomas called Pets with Wings, and we actually have our flights are donated by major airlines and private jets. We have celebrities who donate the money. We just did a hurricane rescue we were part of with 400 dogs from St. Croix and St. Thomas and St. John in October. And all the money was donated by people who are interested in helping to save dogs. And there's a real no-kill movement these days. And if a dog is placeable and friendly and well-trained, you know, we really try to save them and place them in new homes if possible. And all of the dogs in Bermuda were friendly, and I saw all of them. I went up there myself personally and was out in the yard with all the dogs that we brought back, and they traveled well. There were no issues with travel. They were in regular airline crates. They were transported by a young woman by herself, all 7 of them, to their holding facility until we can spay and neuter them, and then we'll put them up for adoption. And there were no issues at all, nothing. They were lovely, and they're happy now, and no problems. It was a very smooth situation.
Wonderful news. Sounds like there were some angels involved. Premier David Byrd has promised the government that will communicate, listen, and do more in 2018, in keeping, he says, with his government's election pledges. Mr. Byrd delivering his New Year's message to the country in a 3-minute video posted on the video website YouTube. Priority is with introducing a living wage and reducing the high cost of living in Bermuda. The premier stating this year the country can expect to hear from the various committees that have been created as they share their findings and recommendations in these and other key areas.
Over the next 12 months, we must tackle the core issues of a living wage and the high cost of living in Bermuda. We will address the needs of our seniors, and education reform will remain a top priority. As we work to grow and diversify our economy, we will provide greater opportunities for our entrepreneurs and put in place training that will allow more Bermudians to improve their skills. Growing and enhancing Bermuda's tourism is also important. As a vacation destination, we must make our country even more welcoming as we continue to develop new and exciting experiences. Visitors that come to see us will know that we are a fun and exciting destination to visit time and time again. If I only had one New Year's wish, it would be for us as Bermudians to focus on becoming a healthier community. We must become more conscious of what we eat and the importance of exercise. You will hear this message over and over as we work to reduce diabetes and obesity in Bermuda.
Turning to weather news, stormy conditions will impact us tonight into our Thursday. Here are the details from AccuWeather headquarters.
AccuWeather is presented by BF&M Insurance Group. We now go to AccuWeather headquarters.
Good evening, Bermuda. The BF&M Insurance Group is pleased to bring you tonight's AccuWeather forecast. I'm your AccuWeather meteorologist, Daji Aswad. We have been seeing a lot of cloudy conditions as well as wet conditions, and our wet conditions were due to a frontal system that pushed through. That's leaving us with moisture as well as instability, leading to some rain tonight as well as thunderstorms. Then we're going to see this low pressure system develop off the eastern seaboard of the United States, and that's going to be the next rainmaker that's going to inhibit some wet weather here across the island. Here's another look across the atmosphere. This is called the water vapor. It displays how much moisture is in the air. This blue shows the moisture as well as that white cloud tops. And in Bermuda, we are definitely seeing a lot of moisture. Most of the dry air is not in our area, which is depicted in the yellow, and we won't be seeing that for quite some time. So for tonight, definitely expect some windy conditions to persist here across the island, as well as very wet conditions. Humidity at 83%, winds out of the east as of now, 14 to 18 knots. Water temperature 68 degrees. Waves in the reef 2 to 4 feet, and waves out 7 to 12 feet. And across the island, temperatures will be in the mid 60s, and that will continue into our lows tonight. So we're going to see that wind stick on here, and we're talking very, very strong winds here. We have a gale force warning out tonight. That means winds 35 to 47 knots, and that's very windy for the storm. So that's really going to rev up rain here as well as thunderstorms, and keep that in mind if you have any outdoor plans for tonight, that it will be wet and possibly seeing some thunder rumble outside. Now, as for our tomorrow's forecast, still going to be rather cloudy, definitely moisture lingering around in the morning hours, and then some of that will break up, and we'll see a high of 72 degrees with a low of 63. Now, as for our marine forecast, we do have a small craft warning out through Friday night, and this is because these systems are creating very windy conditions, and that's going to allow for some very bad boating weather. In terms of our high tide, we'll see the first one, high tide at 9:32 p.m. tonight. The second one is expected at 9:58 a.m. on your Thursday morning. Once again, if you are out on the boat, please keep in mind to use caution, maybe take a break from the boat, because we do have very, very windy conditions out. And in terms of our getaway forecast, here is a look at New York, seeing snowfall. Blizzard conditions are expected to hit Boston and New York tonight into tomorrow, and that's really going to slow some things down there, as well as cool them down into the teens for their lows. Atlanta looking at sunshine, but also on the cool side with a high of 33 degrees. Miami looking at sunshine, topping off at 63. Across the Caribbean, we are seeing some showers here across Jamaica, Barbados, and Trinidad. Temperatures will be in the mid to upper 80s across the islands. Now, as for our extended forecast, we are looking at wet weather Thursday and as well as your Friday, but as we head into the weekend, that's when we'll see a drying trend here across Bermuda. And be sure to stay tuned to Ocean 89, Power 95, and Inspire 105 for all your latest news and updates.
AccuWeather was presented by BF&M Insurance Group.
Island Soul, where fashion meets comfort. Island Soul provides fashionable footwear hand-selected by our podiatrist that offers premium comfort. Located at 60 Victoria Street, Hamilton, Island Soul contains a friendly trained staff prepared to assist you with our vast selection of footwear, both male and female, with all sizes and widths available. Compression and travel socks, amongst other accessories, are also available in addition to a shoe modification and repair service, making Island Soul a one-stop shop for all your footwear needs.
Many say it's paradise. But in plain sight, a killer is lurking.
We are in an epidemic in Bermuda.
All of us have to take it seriously. A worst case scenario would be more of the same. More amputations, more deaths due to strokes.
Diabetes, it's one of the leading causes of death in Bermuda and costs the economy millions of dollars a year. And experts say the numbers are only growing.
Join me, Tony Waterman, for our week-long special Sugar High, Bermuda's battle with diabetes. I'll take you behind the numbers to talk diets, sidewalks, and political will to show you the real face of diabetes here in Bermuda. Coverage starts January 8th.
Turning to sports, Bermuda Winter Olympian competes in Turkey. Bermuda wins international horse jumping event, and plenty of action took place at the Motorsports Park on New Year's Day. Earl Baisden has the details and so much more in tonight's sports package.
Bermuda Winter Olympian Tucker Murphy was back in action, competing in the Kendali Erzurum cross-country skiing event in Turkey. Murphy competed in the men's 15K F race for a third time, finishing 21st, clocking a time of 52:46. The FEI recently released the regional as well as the overall world ranking category results for the 2017 FEI World Jumping Challenge, and Bermuda equestrians have proved to be on top of their game. In the regional Zone 10 division, Philip Correa and his talented horse Emerson won Category A, which is the 1.20 meter to 1.30 meter class, while Carista Rabane riding Helsinki Van de Heffect secured second place. As a consequence of Correa and Rabane's fine performances, Bermuda could once again have representation at the 2018 World Jumping Challenge Finals, with both Correa and Rabane qualifying. Equally exciting are the solid results that Bermuda equestrians secured in the FEI World Ranking category for each of the three different jumping divisions. In Category A, which is the 1.20 to 1.30 meter, Correa and Rabane placed 69th and 73rd respectively out of a field of 413 competitors from around the world. In Category B, the 1.10 meter to 1.20 meter class, Vicky Steele riding her horse All-in-One were the regional winners for Zone 10. In the world category, Steele and All-in-One ranked an impressive 28 out of a field of some 217 competitors. In Category C, the 1.00 to 1.10 meter division, BEF junior rider Casey Trewin riding De La Vega placed second in the regional zone division and ranked 42nd out of 300 competitors in the world category. He was followed closely behind in 43rd spot by Elizabeth Medeiros and Mr. Bentley. There were plenty of thrills and spills at the Southside Motorsports Park as the Bermuda Motocross Association hosted racing on New Year's Day. The day featured local professional rider Jonah Smith. In early action, there was a spill at the start of a mixed race that involved several riders. But the scariest moment came in another incident that saw a rider just miss a marshal on the course. Makai Alves, Ajani Fogo, and Josiah Thompson finished 1, 2, and 3 in the Pee Wee class. RJ Pitcher, Zanaz Jones, and Aiden Simmons finished 1, 2, and 3 in the 50cc class. Josiah Thompson won the 65cc class. He also won the 85cc class, with Jaden Simmons finishing second. Leroy Wade, Rikai Rayner, Jamiko Smith Hollis finished 1, 2, and 3 in the novice class, while the over 30s class was won by Letroy Trott, with Jason DeCuto in second. Jerron Roberts won the 250cc class, and with Jonah Smith competing in the 450 class as the exhibition rider, the race went to Aaron Kennedy, with Shakir Smith second and Zico Majors finishing in third. Elon Daly competed in the Ontario Junior Short Course International Swim Meet, which was hosted by Swim Ontario at the Toronto Pan American Sports Centre. Daly was once again at her best, breaking 4 Bermuda 11-12 girls records. Daly broke her own record of 58:38 during the girls 100-meter freestyle when she touched the water at a time of 57:71, clocking a time of 104:93. That broke her girls 100-meter backstroke record time of 106:39, which was set back on June 24th, 2017. During the Swim Ontario Summer Festival in Canada. Daly set a new record time during the girls' 50-meter freestyle when she touched the water in a time of 26:19, breaking her record of 26:84, which was set during the Youth Swimming Cup event in Canada. She would break the girls' 200-meter freestyle record time of 2:12:09. She set back on December 16th of 2016 during the Ontario Junior International Swim Meet when she was clocked at 2:07:88. The deadline to nominate someone for sports awards is fast approaching, with the Department of Youth, Sport and Recreation Senior Sports Development Officer Jacon Ednis making this last plea to everyone.
So far, we have a fair bit of nominations handed in from public and STBs, but again, we would like to see a bit more. There's a lot of athletes out there putting in a lot of time and effort throughout the course of the year, and they all deserve to be recognized. I can't nominate anyone myself, so I would like to see more people nominating their favorite athlete. If they have did exceptional things in the year 2017, they should be put forth. The deadline is Friday at 11:59 p.m. Now, all nomination forms must be either submitted electronically via email to myself or Ms. Acker Woods, or can be handed in physically at our offices at Craig Appenhouse.
Overall, you say that you've had a number of athletes put in, but you would like to see more. But are you confident in what you've seen thus far, that we have a diverse group of athletes that will be deliberated on?
Yeah, so far, it's a diverse bunch. Various sports have put the athletes forth. But again, you always the sense of wanting more. So I'm still looking for more.
The 2017-18 indoor track and field season is officially underway after athletes traveled to Halifax to compete in the Athletics Nova Scotia Last Chance meet at the Canada Games Centre. Chaz Smith competed unattached in the meet. He would finish second, running the 20-34 men's 60-meter dash with a time of 7:17. Smith would also finish second, competing in the men's 20-34 200-meter dash, stopping the clock on a time of 23:05. Bermuda Basketball Association will host a 3-on-3 tournament inside the Cedar Bridge Academy Gymnasium on Saturday, January 6th, beginning at 11 a.m. January 21st is the date for this year's Butterfield and Vallis 5K, which comes right on the heels of the Bermuda race weekend. The races will kick off at 8:30 a.m. with a new 1K race for lower primary students. At 9 a.m., the primary and middle school boys and girls will run a 2.7K route, and at 9:30, the senior school students and adults will run a 5K. Walkers will start 5 minutes after the runners. In mixed majors bowling league action at the Work Lanes last evening, it saw the Warriors edge Spear Change 11-9. The Movers and Shakers fell 12-8 to the Mix-Ups, while Fightback went down 16-4 to the Activators. The Untouchables went down 13-7 to Unpredictable, and the Minimax Forwarders defeated the Troublemakers 16-4. I'm Earl Baisden with Bermuda Broadcasting Sports.
You can count on us.
Save $2 on fresh round stewed beef, $5.99 per pound. Save $3.70 on fresh sweet blueberries, $4.29 for a 1-pint tub. Save big on ShopRite long grain rice, only $3.75 for a 5-pound bag. Clean up with Bounty Basic Paper Towel, just $1.29 for 1 roll. Unbelievable low price on Palmolive dishwashing liquid, only $1.99 for a 20-ounce bottle. Visit our website at www.marketplace.bm for more super specials.
You can count on us.
FIFA World Cup 2018 is the showcase of the world's most popular sport, and Bermuda Broadcasting Company will deliver all 64 games in high definition. This is a great opportunity to present your ad during the most prestigious sporting event. For more information, email sales@bermudabroadcasting.com.
The Bermuda Tourism Authority has selected Connect Worldwide Canada, or CWW Canada, as their new integrated public relations, tourism, trade, marketing, and business groups representation agency in Canada. And in medical news, how e-cigs lead to real cigarettes. Chris Martinez has that story and more in today's medical headlines.
Adolescents who use e-cigarettes, hookahs, or smokeless tobacco are more likely to switch to regular cigarettes within a year compared to those who don't. The survey of more than 10,000 young people also revealed those who use multiple tobacco products were even more likely to switch to cigarettes. A nearly 12-year study reveals changing the protein makeup of cow's milk in baby formula does not reduce the chances of type 1 diabetes in at-risk children. Scientists followed 2,100 children in 15 countries and found babies who drank formula with altered cow's milk had the same risk of diabetes as those who drank regular milk. Previous studies have shown early exposure to foreign proteins, such as cow's milk proteins, increases diabetes risk. And a Norwegian study of more than 200,000 older adults suggests frequent alcohol drinkers face a higher risk of dying from cardiovascular disease if they're poor. Scientists also found binge drinkers are at higher risk regardless of their economic status. Those are some of the day's top health stories. Chris Martinez, CBS News, Los Angeles.
And before we leave you, please keep a lookout for a lost rose-breasted cockatoo that has been missing since just before Christmas in the General Paget Bostic Hill area. Princess is a beautiful pink and gray bird with a crest that cannot be missed and certainly will not do well in this stormy cold weather. If you've seen her, please contact Kathy DeCudo at 236-2306. That's Kathy DeCudo, 236-2306. There is a reward for the return of Princess the cockatoo. And that's our newscast for tonight. I'm Diane Brewer. Thank you for sharing your Wednesday evening with us, everyone. Good night.